Mr. President.
The senator from Wyoming.
I want to thank the senator from Maryland, Senator Mikulski, for her passion and understanding and intense work on this particular bill. Of course, she extends her passion and intense work on any bill that she's involved in. I'm so pleased that this bill has gone to committee and had the time for the committee to work on it. And we have a very bipartisan approach on the bill and a very reasonable way to do it. So I do rise to support S 3187, the Food and Drug Administration Safety and Innovation Act of 2012, and I appreciate Senator Mikulski doing the opening statement on that. This bill will reauthorize FDA's drug and medical device user fee programs, authorize new user fee programs for generic drugs and biosimilars, and make a small number of targeted bipartisan policy reforms at the same time. This legislation represents over a full year of work by the Help Committee. Fridays have been dedicated to coming up with solutions on this for over a year, and it's paid off. It reflects the information we've learned from hundreds of meetings with patients, with advocates, with stakeholders, with outside experts, and with the FDA. More importantly, it reflects both the ideas and the feedback that we've gotten from every member of the Help Committee and a lot of people outside of the Help Committee. The Help Committee approved this bill by a voice vote on April 25th and reported the bill out of committee on May 7th. The bill will make important changes to how FDA does business. Thanks to the efforts of Senators Burr and Coburn, the bill now includes new requirements that will make FDA more accountable and transparent. A fundamental principle of effective management is that you have to be able to measure performance if you want to improve it. Senators Burr and Coburn's ideas will help provide those measurements, and as a result, Americans are going to get better access to safe, innovative medical devices and medicines. The bill will also modernize how FDA inspects foreign facilities to better account for the global nature of drug manufacturing. It will allow FDA to prioritize and target riskier overseas facilities, which will help prevent the reoccurrence of the problems with drugs like heparin. It will also improve how FDA regulates medical devices. For the past several years, FDA pre-market review of medical devices has involved significant delay and unpredictability. This has threatened American manufacturing jobs, which have started to migrate overseas because of the unfavorable regulatory environment here in the United States. It's also threatened patient access to new therapies. I believe this bill will reverse those trends. The bill reflects the concerns that I heard in my meetings with committee members regarding the current shortages of vital and life-saving drugs. Senators Blumenthal, Roberts, Casey, Alexander, Bennett, and Hatch should be thanked for all the work they put into the drug shortage proposal. The new notification and coordination requirements are important steps that will help prevent future drug shortages. The bill also enjoys broad support. We've received numerous letters of support from industry, from patient groups, from consumer groups, and a whole raft of other stakeholders. We also work to guarantee that any mandatory spending generated by the bill would be fully offset. Over the past several weeks, we've developed offsets to pay for those provisions that produce mandatory spending. In fact, according to the Congressional Budget Office, this bill will reduce the federal deficit. Chairman Harkin and I have worked very hard to make this bill as bipartisan and non-controversial as possible. We tried to avoid controversy because we understand that this bill needs to get done. If we don't reauthorize the drug and device user fee programs before they expire this fall, the FDA will be forced to lay off 2,000 to 4,000 key employees. This will cause FDA's review of new drugs and devices to grind to a halt. This, in turn, will threaten the biomedical industry jobs, patient access to new therapy, and America's global leadership in biomedical innovation. We're talking about 4 million jobs overall, but 2,000 to 4,000 that will have to be chopped off because the money runs out when this bill expires, when the previous bill expires. So it is critical that we get that done. Now, another important thing with those 2,000 to 4,000 people that will have to be laid off at FDA, those are key technicians, scientists, informed people that have been working with this for a long time. And if we lose them, they'll still have jobs. It just won't be where we can get drugs on the market faster, devices on the market faster, generic drugs out faster, and all of the other things that this bill covers. So in conclusion, I'd like to thank Chairman Harkin and all the other members of the Health Committee, the FDA, industry, and many other groups for working us on this important legislation. I particularly want to point out the cooperation that Senator Harkin has provided, the leadership that he's provided on the bill, and the way that his staff members and mine have worked together for this at least a year of regular meetings with all members of the committee. And so I think a lot of the controversy that could come up with a bill like this has been taken care of. I'm hoping that it has, so that we can get this done expeditiously. So I thank the chair and yield the floor.